Hey, hi. Hello everyone. I'm Naval Yemul. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Data Master and welcome to a new playlist on Databricks Generative AI. So in this video, we are going to talk about the Databricks Playground where we can try using a different LLM models. It might be your open source or it might be your proprietary closed source, or you can build your own model by using MLflow and you can start using it in the playground. So in this video, we will be focusing on how we can start using a open source models where Databricks have a support on these models. So if you have not watched my previous videos on Databricks Gen AI, I request you to please go back and look at the previous videos on the basics of what is generative AI and what is LLMs if you are not aware of. So let us begin now. So I'm into my Databricks workspace and I'll just switch on to the machine learning section here and I have a playground here. Before I touch on the playground, I would like to show you the serving endpoints here. You can see in the serving endpoint section, these are all the LLMs that are already available and you can start using it in the playground. So these are like your chat models, you can see chat models and your embedding models. What are embedding models? We will talk about that in coming sessions, coming videos, but we'll focus on the chat models. So in the previous session, I explained you about what is Llama. It's an open source model. We have Llama with 70 billion parameters and 405 billion parameters. We can start using both the things. And Databricks have built their own model also, and it's called DBRX. And we have an open source called Mistral. So we have a support of these chat models till now. I mean, while time of recording this session. So it can maybe in coming weeks or coming sessions, you might see a few more LLMs that get supports directly on the serving endpoints. But apart from this, you can create your own LLM model. You can start serving it in your Databricks serving endpoints. For example, OpenAI's ChatGPT, GPT-4o, or maybe it might be your AWS Bedrock Claude, or maybe any other model. Okay. So how to register? We will be seeing it in coming sessions. Now let us just jump on to the playground. And Databricks UI is amazing tool. You can see here you can do a lot of things with this. Here at the top you can select the model you wish to. So now we have a support for all these LLMs like Meta's 3.1, 70 billion, 405 billion, DBRX and Mistral. But apart from this, you can create your own LLMs or you can start serving them. Okay. Now I'll choose this 70 billion. You can choose other models also. Okay. And when I try to switch it between the models, you should notice the pricing for this model. For example, the 70 billion Llama model, the pricing is around 42 DBUs. So DBUs for 1 million token, for 1 million token. So you can check in detail what does that Llama 3.1 means and so on. And you can see this is around 214 DBU per million token, per 1 million token. So how to calculate the DBUs in terms of dollars and rupees? I have made a separate videos on pricing, so maybe I'll talk about that later on. Just to look at this DB units, and DBRX is less. You can check this, and you have a Mistral. Okay, you can compare the pricing also per 1 million tokens. Okay, so you can start using those endpoints. For example, I'll use 405 billion and I'll just click on this endpoint, and now you can start writing the prompt query the same way we do it in our chat GPT or any Google Gemini or Bard. You just write a prompt here and your model will try to respond it. So it's a text to text, it's a chat model. You try to write it in the text and it will try to generate a text out of it. So I'll make a very simple, like, what is Databricks? Okay, what is Databricks? I'll just try to enter this and try to ask the question, and your Llama model tries to generate an output. You can see this. So Databricks is a cloud based. You can ask any questions relevant to Databricks, apart from Databricks, and so on. You can do it. And let me tell you, there is a beautiful feature in this playground. You can start comparing the models in the Databricks playground, and let me show you how. So you can see here we have a plus button. You can just click on this and add a new endpoint. And once you get this, you can change the model from here. For example, I'll be going with DBRX instruct, and you can see here. So on the left side, I'm using a llamas 405 billion, and here I'm using DBRX. Even I can go and add few more endpoints here. For example, let me take Mistral and let me just click on save. Now you get this beautiful feature called auto sync. So if you just try to enable this, whatever you are typing it at the first prompt, everything will be synced to the other models also, other windows also. For example, I'll just write what is Unity catalog. Okay, catalog. Now let us check how DBRX and Mistral will respond to this question. What is Unity catalog? I've written here, and it is synced to other two also. Okay, it is synced to other two. Let me try to run this and see what happens. Cool. You can see here your Meta's Llama is giving a correct answer, saying what is Unity catalog. It's a feature of the Databricks that provides you a entire data governance and so on. And you can see you can manage the number of tokens it is generating. So Llama is generating more tokens. You can reduce that. You can keep it minimum to 500, 250 and so on. And you can see DBRX, your Databricks model is generating a response. It was Unity catalog, it's service provided by the Databricks and so on. Let us see what Mistral is providing us, why it is providing this way. The interactive experience with the Unity game engine. No, this is not what I was expecting. So it's saying something on the certain quality standards and developers looking for coalition. No, it was hallucinated now. I mean, it is trying to generate the answer by its own. So Mistral failed at this point. So this is a beautiful feature where you can explore, try testing out different models and see how they are responding it. So my prompt was not very specific. If I would have written it like what is Unity catalog in Databricks, maybe Mistral would give me the correct response. But now they haven't. You can go and do a lot of configurations here. You can click on this and you can see you can set up a temperature. So temperature is like how accurate your model would respond. So it will be from 0 to 1. So if it is O, means it will try to generate the answers by its own. And if you are saying it to be 1, temperature as 1, so you are saying that I want more relevant and more specific answer and do not hallucinate. So we have these configurations. We have some configurations on top P, top K, and how many maximum tokens do you need. We can set up that. And if you have some other parameters, you can set up those custom parameters. And we have something called AI Judge. So we will be looking at these configurations one by one as we progress further. But now let us just focus on how your AI playground looks like. And there are many other options available here. For example, we have a tools here. Can you see that? You can add a tools. You can add up to 20 tools here. You can, whatever the user defined functions you have saved in your Unity catalog, you can start using them here. Okay, so we will explore about the tools. We will explore about these all in the coming videos. Now this video is just about the AI playground, where you can see the playground in the Databricks machine learning section, and once you click on this, you can start using the different LLM models. So now at this moment, Databricks supports only these 4 LLM models, but maybe in future they might support more. That is all about the AI playground. So just go to your Databricks workspace, a premium account, and start exploring the playground. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, so please share the video with your team, with your friends and colleagues. Keep upskilling, keep learning. Thank you. Bye bye.